Welcome to Neighbors Cooking. Tonight, we're transforming a beloved appetizer into a heartwarming main dish. Artichoke dip chicken pasta. You heard me right. If you thought of warm spinach and artichoke dip brings a smile to your face, imagine combining those creamy, savory flavors with tender chicken pasta. The result, well, it's a comforting meal that's not just delicious, but also whispers home with every forkful. The best part is, this isn't just a treat for your taste buds. It's a healthy dinner option that you can whip up in under 30 minutes. Yes, you heard that right. In just 30 minutes, you can go from prep to plate. So let's roll up our sleeves and turn this classic dip into tonight's dinner success story. Before we begin, I am so excited to welcome today's guest, Miyoshi Price, who is a beacon of journalism and storytelling, who lights up the screens for viewers across the Coachella Valley as a dedicated reporter for KESQ. Her journey to the heart of Palm Springs news landscape is a testament to her resilience, intellectual prowess, and unwavering commitment to community service. A Los Angeles native, Miyoshi's academic and leadership journey began at Crenshaw High School, where she not only excelled academically, but also led with distinction as a student body president. Her early dedication caught the eye of Councilman Bernard Parks, under whose guidance she contributed to enhancing public school education, marking the inception of her commitment to making a tangible difference in her community. Her hunger for knowledge and passion for storytelling saw her gain early admission to UC Santa Barbara. There she immersed herself in the world of film and media studies, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts. Her time at UCSB was not just confined to the classroom. She ventured beyond, honing her skills in directing, writing, and unraveling the intricacies of cinematography and production, skills that will later help define her current career. She's also produced a mini documentary, further solidifying her foundation in visual storytelling. Eager to apply her learned skills, Miyoshi dived into content creation for Crystal Cruises before transcending to television. At CBS Interactive, she mastered overnight programming and was an entertainer for the LA Clippers. She showcased her ability to connect and engage with thousands in that career. Her versatility and passion have led her to spend 8 truthful years with the NFL Network, where she excelled as a media asset manager for NFL Media. Her contributions extended beyond the professional realm into philanthropy as the Vice President of Legacy Ladies, where she helps transform the lives of young girls, fostering character, confidence, and grace. Today, Miyoshi brings her wealth of experience, empathy, and journalistic zeal to KSQ in Palm Springs. Beyond covering daily news, she hosts live events and shows from the Lunar Festivals to right here at Neighbors Cooking. She also just recently did the ABC Golden Bachelorette casting calls, enriching the community with her vibrant storytelling and, again, her dedication. Miyoshi is not just a reporter, she is a community champion whose journey from Crenshaw to the Coachella Valley continues to inspire and inform. Welcome to our Neighbors Cooking Kitchens, Miyoshi Price. Hello, look at you, how fabulous you look.
Do you see my cooking attire?
I see your cooking attire, girl. I'm almost jealous. I should have worn something more pink.
No, you look good.
I know. I
You
have
look
all my
great,
peanut
always.
butter.
That's right. I need to go there soon.
You're
I
right.
need to go there soon.
So, welcome. We've been trying to get you on the show for a while. We've had some scheduling things, but we got you here.
Life be life in Mitch. Life be life in.
So, you tell me a little bit about your philanthropy, your organization for the girls.
I'm glad you brought that up. That is my passion. I know one of your passions is cooking. My passion is giving awareness to young women in the neighborhood that I grew up. A lot of people tend to think about the Crenshaw area as the bad place and underserved and underprivileged and all these things. And it's like, we have some incredible people that are doing outstanding things that want to incorporate what they do in the classroom. And the best thing to do is bring those people into the classroom. So Legacy Ladies has the Leadership Academy, from Schoolhouse to the White House Leadership Academy. We have 5 high schools. We get all these girls together weekly, and we do all these STEM-based programs where they're doing interactive activities. They're talking to these professionals. They're even working for these professionals in internships. But when they graduate the program, we give them a scholarship.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. It's so important to help kids in all of our communities. Kids are a rough time right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, between social media and the way the world has changed, it's a whole different world. I know when I was young, none of this existed, and we just went along and rode our bikes and played in the yard and called it a day, right? And now it's so much more to navigate for kids.
Absolutely.
So to be a good mentor and to give them some guidance and some direction and success. I mean, you're setting them up for success going into their college. So that's an amazing thing. Now, you recently here in Palm Springs did the Golden Bachelorette.
Oh God.
Okay, so that's for us old people.
Wise in years. Wise in years.
I call it sage. Just because I like the spice. But so you hosted that. You kind of helped with the interviews. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Oh my gosh, so many men and women from Seattle, Las Vegas, Arizona. It was just crazy. But a lot of people from the Coachella Valley, eligible bachelorettes. Eligible, I was gonna say, see you making me say senior. I didn't say that. That was sage, bachelors that want to find love. And so I was interviewing all of these men, all of these women, asking, what was the worst date you ever had? You know, are you going Dutch with a woman on the first date? And somebody actually said yes. Yes, and I was like, I wanted to walk away, but I gave him his moment, and he explained it. He said, well, you know, if I ask her, then sure, I'll pay for it. But if she asks me, I'll give her the choice. Do you want to pay? I didn't understand. I gave her the benefit of the doubt.
It's like taking her to McDonald's and putting a quarter pounder on their way. I don't know, girl.
Not a quarter pounder on their way. Oh my God. Yes.
See? So you are a local newscaster here in the Coachella Valley for KESQ. Everywhere I go, I see you. Tuck in front of your camera.
That's what we do. Look, I love what I do. Like you said in the intro, like storytelling is a part of my life. I love interacting with people. I love getting to the bottom of situations. I love to take what I learn and give it to the masses because that just makes us better informed people and we make better decisions. So we have those people that have integrity, that want to do something good for the community, that want to keep people knowledgeable about things. Like, let's work together. Let's make this happen. Sometimes it can be palatable. Sometimes it's a little crazy.
And that's what this show is all about, is helping people support and share the great things they do in our community, because we have such a great community. We really do. We do. And you're an amazing part of it, so thank you so much. So I know you're not much of a cook.
It's like a war zone in my house. I get it done. I showed you a picture. I get it done, but I burn myself. I might cut myself.
So she did this amazing salmon that was beautifully plated.
I did.
And then somebody didn't show up for the dinner.
I know.
What is up with that? We won't talk about that because he might see it, right? It's okay. She still likes you. So today we're cooking. Do you like artichoke dip?
Love it.
Okay, so
we're get with tortilla chips and stuff, right?
So So we're taking artichoke dip and we're turning it into a pasta. So you're getting the flavors of artichoke dip. We're adding some half and half in our case, but you could add cream.
Okay.
So we're making it more like an Alfredo. Ooh. We're putting it with pasta, and then we're doing it with a grilled chicken or a rosemary chicken on top. Ooh. So it takes all those great flavors that we love in artichoke dip, and it turns it into a pasta that's healthy, under 600 calories.
I was about to unbuckle my pants.
Under 600 calories. So I'm going to put you back here at the stove, and I'm going to go over the ingredients, and then watch this pan. It's hot.
I'll see. I'm getting all close to it.
I don't want you to burn yourself. There's a towel right there. Okay. And there's some instructions for you just to kind of read. We've already done 1 and 2. We're going to start with number 3, all right?
Okay.
So while she reads those over for a minute, we're going to go over some of our ingredients that we're using for today's show.
Wilt your baby.
So we're using 8 ounces of rotini pasta. We're using 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. On top of that, we're using a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. We have a tablespoon of olive oil. We've got some amazing spinach that we're going to cut up here in a minute. We're going to use 4 ounces of reduced fat cream cheese cut into chunks. We'll use 3/4 of a cup of reduced fat milk. You could up the calories a little bit and do half and half, or you could also do whole cream if you want to go real crazy, but then you're going to really push those calories into an 8,000-9,000 range. And we're trying to keep this healthy and inexpensive. We're also going to use a 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Try and buy the blocks of cheese if you're going to do it, just because it's better cheese. It will melt better. The stuff that's already grated in the grocery store is not going to melt into this creaminess. So buy it by the block. It's not that much more expensive, and it's easy and it's delicious. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. We're also going to use some garlic. Now, I've roasted this garlic already. You can see it here. And I roasted it in my air fryer. I just put it on the tray with some olive oil, salt, and pepper, put it in there for like 20 minutes, and I get this beautiful roasted garlic that's delicious, and we're going to add that into the recipe. How does that all sound?
Magically delicious.
Magically
I wanted to bite a couple things before I got over here. You said roasted garlic. I'm like, yes, I'm a garlic girl.
So we're going to start you off with some olive oil.
Okay, because I was about to say, it says large saucepan.
We're going to lose out a little bit before we get too much smoke.
Okay.
The benefit of cast iron skillets. I had to undo all of my smoke alarms because on previous shows, the smoke alarm would go off and be like, ah!
Jesus, Palm Springs 5.
And we actually do this show all the way through. We don't stop. We don't edit. It's done. When we're done, it goes up the way you see it. All the mistakes, all of the errors that we make, but that makes it more fun and more real, right? So we're going to move some of this over. Is that smoke stopped on my pan? Yes? Still smoking a little bit? That's all right. We're good.
Okay.
So we're going to take this roasted garlic, and look how beautiful this is.
Okay. Ooh.
Right? So we've roasted this garlic up, and we're just going to kind of smash it. We're not trying to do anything crazy here.
Okay.
We're going to leave it kind of chunky when we put it into the pan right there that you're going to do.
Oh, it has a little crunch to it too, and that's because
Has a little crunch to it, but that's okay because it adds some dimension to the dish.
Okay.
So when you're cooking, you want to think about what's your flavor profile going to be at the end, and what are the experiences you're going to have in your mouth.
I love good experiences in my mouth. When it's food, Mitch. When it's food. Mitch.
That's okay. I do too.
Here we go.
All right. So we've taken this garlic. You've got your oil over there. We're going to put the pan back on here.
Okay.
Let's lower that
Where my
down
little tap. See, you're grabbing the cast iron with your hand.
I am, because I'm a stud. You know, like, all right, and we're going to just...
All right. It already smells really good. You know what's really funny, though, about a cast iron skillet? When I graduated from college, the lady that I was, like, renting her back house, she was like, oh, I have something that you absolutely need when you enter adulthood. And I'm like, oh, what? This lady gave me a cast iron skillet. She was like, you're educated and you have all these good qualities, but you're going to need a man. And every woman needs to have cast iron skillets. She got me like multiple sizes. And I'm like, okay, I'm with it.
So this is my grandmother's cast iron skillet that went to my mom that came to me.
Yeah.
And it's because the seasoning and the flavor is embedded in it.
Yes, that's what my mom said.
Yeah. So you're going to cook that up a little bit.
Okay. And then
I'm going to move you out just for a second. I'm going to pull the chicken out because I've already cooked our chicken.
Ooh, look good.
But we're going to give it one extra little hit in this pan.
Okay.
With the garlic.
Oh, okay. See, when it's roasted, how do you know that it's, because it's already done, right?
It's already done. We're just adding some extra flavor.
Okay.
Okay. Get all greasy on it now, and a little silk sliver. You're well, right? And we're just giving this a real quick turn, all right? Okay. So I grill my chicken each week. I try to grill up a bunch of breasts so that I've got some to cook with, and they're always in my fridge.
I love that your breast still looks like moisturized. You know, people cook breasts and then it's all dry. Right. That looks really good.
All right, so we've got that going. Now the next thing we're going to add into that is a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Okay. I'm going to continue to roast some of these spices up. Okay. Just go ahead and keep turning that around.
The queen mixer right here, right?
Queen of mixing.
There we go.
Now we've already done our pasta in advance, so we cooked that up. We've got it here in our pan, in our pot. So it's going to come this super easy. All right, so we're good with that. The next thing we are going to add in is our cream cheese.
Ooh.
Now you want to keep stirring this. You don't want to get that.
Oh, don't stir. Okay.
Don't let it burn. All right. Just keep stirring and stirring. And that is slowly going to start to melt down. So like with artichoke dip, cream cheese is the base for it. So while she is melting that up, I'm going to add a little bit of water into that just to help it.
Okay.
There we go.
This is where I get all that
And
entry.
scrape.
Scrape?
Scrape. Yep.
Oh.
Get all those good flavors in.
Oh.
While she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and cut up some of this spinach.
Great.
This is fresh spinach. You're just going to rough chop it.
Oh, this smells so good.
And we're not even done yet.
Oh my, it's this roasted garlic and this cheese.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
So you're going to do about, a little more, a little less. It's up to you how much spinach you like. It's going to wilt down, so whenever you're cooking with spinach, it's going to go down to about a quarter of what your original pot looked like. And much like artichoke dip, how's that doing?
It's doing good, right?
Look how good that looks. All right. The next thing we're going to add in is this spinach.
Ooh.
And you're going to just blend that all in, okay?
Okay.
If you need a bigger spoon, let me give you a bigger spoon. I have one over here. Here you go.
Dropping things. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Now we're talking.
All right. And we're going to save a little bit of this spinach for the top when we're done. So I'm going to cut that little bit up in a little bit more like that. And I'm just going to put it into a bowl and we'll set it off to the side. There we go. So the next thing we're going to put into this, look how good that looks. Oh. So it looks really thick, and it is, but that's okay because we still have cream or milk or half and half, whatever your flavor is. We're putting in low-fat milk.
Okay.
I'm going to add this in. There we go.
Look at that. Right. The cape.
The cape. All right, there we go.
Wow.
I don't want you to ruin your outfit.
OMG.
So we can use low-fat milk because the cheese, the cream cheese, is so thick that we're not looking for the milk that we're putting in, the cream that we're putting in this case, low-fat milk, to be our thickening agent. So we're just adding it to thin it out a little bit. And keep going.
Oops.
That's okay. Make a mess of my stove. Joe will clean it up when we're done. So, I want to share that this is our 12th show this year. We are in season 4 of our show. And when Joe came on to be my camera person, it was like, Joe, I need some help. And he came over thinking it was just about dinner. And
he's like, ooh, I'm gonna eat.
And he has been doing my cameras for me since then. He's doing an awesome job, and he's become so familiar with it. So thank you, Joe. That's we're so thankful to him. How's that doing?
Yeah.
Looks good. We're going to add a little bit more cream, I think.
Okay. Yeah, the consistency definitely loosened up a lot.
All right, let's add a little bit more. So I just bought a new house. I'm so excited. Yes. I just opened escrow this week, and I have this amazing kitchen. So in about a month and a half, we'll be moving into the new kitchens, and wait till you see it. The minute I walked into the house and saw the kitchen, it's a professional chef's kitchen. It's twice the size of the kitchen I'm sitting in here today. God, that looks good. And I'm so excited to be able to continue the show in that space. It was so good.
Well, wait a minute. You can't do a little tasting. I'm over here doing all this stirring.
You're gonna get to taste when we're done.
Okay.
Girl, this is my show.
I'm like, well, wait a minute.
She's like, this is Miyoshi Price. She's reporting for KESQ.
Over here working hard, and he over there tasting.
She is working hard.
It smells so good.
So next into that mixture, we are going to add garlic powder, a little more garlic.
Yes, yes. Garlic me up.
We're going to add a little bit more pepper. There we go. And maybe a dab of salt.
Dab of salt.
So, you know, when you're cooking, you have to keep tasting your spice, keep tasting your creation as it blends and all those spices come together. At the end of the day, it's really the flavors that you love and your family love and your friends love. Your kids will love this because, again, they're not going to necessarily recognize the artichokes that are inside of it. And, right? Because we're kind of tricking them.
Yeah, sneaking it in.
The next thing we're going to add is our artichokes.
Yum.
So I'm adding 2 canned little halved or quartered artichokes. You can add less or more.
Okay.
How's that looking? So good. All right, we're going to give it one more flavor taste. So good. All right. So, believe it or not, Miyoshi, we are almost done with this recipe.
That's so quick.
So the next thing we're going to add in, with a little bit of dramatic flair.
Yes, cheese bake. Yes.
We're going to add in the Parmesan cheese.
Ooh, I love me some Parmesan cheese.
There we go. Let's turn this up just a bit. We're going to let that melt down. Oh, that looks
Look at that.
so good. If you don't have a cast iron skillet, get a cast iron skillet. Miyoshi was just saying that she has a whole set, right?
Yeah, that's the
Right.
small, medium, large.
So it is a thing to cook with. You will love your cast iron, and
Absolutely.
I encourage you to use them as often as you can. You know, you can get all those fancy little copper pans, and they look nice.
They look all cute and
Right,
stuff, but they don't do what a cast iron do.
And they don't last, and you know, it's just a mess
Right.
by the time you're done. All right. So we're going to come back here. I want you to look at these chicken breasts. So we made these up. I just used sun-dried tomatoes, basil, a little bit of olive oil, and in this case I cooked them in the cast iron skillet, but you can also cook them on your grill. We're going to be slicing these up for each serving. Now I buy breasts and I cut them in half so they're a little bit thinner. They cook more equally, more evenly. All right, there we go. We got 3 of those. Next thing's next. How's it doing?
It's doing good.
All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of that sauce and I'm going to mix it in with my pasta. Make sure that you coat your pasta a little bit, you know, so that it's all over the pasta. Nothing worse than pasta without sauce on it.
Come on now.
All right. So we're just going to mix a little bit in just to get some sauce on it. We're going to mix all this up together. Ah, smells amazing. I know you all watch the Palms Ring Baker, but he's just good for dessert, okay? And I am good for some hearty good food. All right. So we're going to take our bowl here and put our pasta in with the artichokes a little bit.
It's pretty too.
There we go. And we're going to take our chicken and we're going to put it right up on top.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a little bit of our sauce. Oops, excuse me, dear. Let me turn that oven stove off for me.
Did you turn it off? Okay.
Yeah. We're going to pour that over the top. There we go. And we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to it.
Yes.
And a little bit of spinach on the top. Voila!
Just that fast.
Just that fast.
Oh, can I eat it now since you tasted it?
You can certainly try.
All that buff arms swinging and all right.
First taste. Here we go.
I gotta get an artichoke. Can I cut that? See, I need to cut that chicken
Let's
down
cut
a
that
little
chicken
bit.
down a
Yeah.
bit for you, all
I don't want to open my mouth that wide now, Mitch. Come on now. There we go.
All right, there we go.
Feed me, Mitch.
All right, here we go. First taste test. Woo.
Mmm. That grilled chicken is grilled to perfection.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh my God. I taste the roasted onion, garlic. And just the creaminess is not too thick. It's not watery. And I can taste that cheese.
Yeah, right.
I can taste that cheese. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that good? Well, there you have it. Artichoke dip chicken pasta, a dish that promises a delicious twist on your favorite dip. Now ready to be the star on your own dinner table. I want you to make this at home.
Without you.
And that's a wrap on today's delectable episode of Neighbors Cooking with Miyoshi Price. We hope you enjoyed this culinary journey as much as we did, testing out flavors and bringing things together for our community, one delicious dish at a time. Remember, the heart of community starts in the kitchen, and every recipe we share is a story waiting to be savored. Don't forget to like us and follow us on Neighbors Cooking. Keep up all the mouth-watering episodes and be part of our growing, food-loving community. Whether you're a seasoned chef or just starting out, there's always a place for you at our table. Until next time, keep the flavors real, keep them bold, and keep loving Miyoshi. Watch her on KSQ, and we'll see you next week in the kitchen.
Kiss the cook.
Mwah!